table discussing the way that we get to the rack. Matter the game that you play, I'm just stating the facts. The aim of the game to be caking and making the max. I was 20 with a stack, 19 with a plaque, 18 neck icy with my Kango hat. I told him,
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh, where we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run it back.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much. Down officially at the 21. In motion, Slayton. Jones looking to throw right away. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now Jones. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Throwing, Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll run on first down. Tracy. To about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Back to throw. Jones. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds into red zone just inside the 20. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But
touchdown, Giants! From 17 yards out. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Geno now to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 57 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Geno. We'll get that to Charbonnet. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. But on that play, they held up quite well.
Myers' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go. Out, go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. Touchdown! A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to that lead. Gano now to add the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Back to throw, Smith. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
42-yard line.
Go, here we go, hey. Out, go.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, Johnson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. On 2nd and goal, Jones eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gano for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now it's Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 59, check 59, cover.
Smith now to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Half jumbo.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go. Up we go.
Jones, another shot here after the pick six. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go. Up we go.
Back to throw. Jones. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Half 18, half 18. Up we go.
Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Chip. Up we go.
Back to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for the Giants. And even 50 yards.
Half 18.
In motion, Slayton.
Up we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone. Just unable to complete it. I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
56.
In motion, Slayton.
Up we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Chip.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on fourth down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here's a sneak with Jones. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action here on first down. Sliding, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2 yards to go, second down.
Here we go.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Okay, here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing Jones. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. Calm.
Now Jones. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Up the middle they go. Tracy
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Singletary will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Up we go.
Singletary again, and this time he'll score. Touchdown, Giants.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. He's still on his feet. And a super return as he gets this all the way down inside the 25-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Yeah, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play.
Hey, here we go. Hey, there goes it.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Hey, here we go. Hey.
To throw is Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Trying the left side with Walker. Down to the 42, 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeaux. He beat the O-line and recorded the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Johnson's got it complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
56.
They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Hey, here we go, here we go. Alert, Jack's left, Jack's left. 49, flip her off, 49.
From the gun, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 59 yards. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. He's to the 10. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Seahawks 24. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And my goodness, another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. After the interception, here's Smith. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
32. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Olszewski now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about
In your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And this will be a Giants first down as he gets this up past the 30. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. On the counter, this is Singletary. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tracy, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Catch made by Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants will add to their 4th quarter lead. Gano for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, trio left.
Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Biggie, 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 Biggie. Out, go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Out, go.
Jones looking around. Touchdown! from 13 yards out. And the Giants have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Jones throwing for it.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Sunday. 53. There we go,
Smith's going to throw it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
That is incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Here's second down. Here's Smith.
He's going to let it fly.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Azeez Ojulari able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Smith to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards.
And the Giants have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
There we go.
Out of the gun, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And now here's another interception. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, wide shift, Mac. Up.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from